Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by the use of the invert sugars, though, from what he was talking about. Whilst he was doing that, I was having a little look at how much it costs for a great big load of Lyle's golden syrup, and the treacle as well. Yeah, it's not particularly cheap.
Yeah. It's nicer on toast.
Huh?
Nicer on toast.
I do like a bit of syrup. I love it.
I think Ken is back.
Ken's got a beer.
Hello, Ken.
Who's got a beer?
Ken's got a beer.
I've been back for about 10 minutes.
Oh, sorry, Ken.
Sorry, Ken.
Did you want to hear about the beer?
No. So yes.
Okay, fine. I'll just drink it.
He's drunk it all.
Put myself on mute.
Come on,
We
then.
were too busy spunding.
Yes, those of us who were present last month may remember that everything was went well until we got to the end of the boil and found out that what did we find out? I can't remember.
You'd left your socks in there.
Well, first of all, I nearly set fire to the kitchen, but that was off video, I'm afraid.
We found out we were all pissed.
We ended up with a beer which basically was much higher in gravity, didn't we, than we intended, for reasons unknown. So anyway, it got fermented. Everybody helped out with the hop profile. We used Fuggles, Aurora, and Hull Melon, and yeah. So the beer has turned out quite interesting. And it was fermented with the one of the other White Labs Vault yeast, the Antwerp yeast. I can't remember which number it is. So the aim was to try and make a sort of a Belgian pale ale along sort of lines of DeConninck. And it's safe to say that this has turned out nothing like that at all.
Well done.
Yes.
Whilst it's turned out there's quite a sharp bitterness, but it's not too distracting. The malt body is relatively sweet. I wonder how much I think I put special B in it, a very small amount, but it seems to have ended up quite a darker colour than I would have intended. I wiped some of the condensation off there. It probably still can't see it, the difference. But it's it's relatively sweet, but balanced bitterness wise. The hop flavours are really prominent. I mean, it's a bit like as if I'd used US-05 or something like that. The hops sort of really come through. But because of what we are using, obviously we've now got sort of an earthy background flavour, quite a lot of lemon, and quite a lot of sort of tangerine, which I would attribute to being from the Aurora. And there is an undertone of a slightly sort of melony thing going on, a hop flavour that I've not really experienced before. But it's interesting. It's very fruity, or almost sort of on the sort of estery sort of side of fruity, but not quite. You can tell it isn't esters. You can tell that it's all come from the hops. At least I think I can. Anyway, it's an unusual beer. There are only 9 litres of it or so. And I've got it in my mini keg, and I only put it on a couple of days ago. Yeah, it's perfectly drinkable. It wasn't what I intended, but yeah.
Excellent lacing.
It is so. Yes, it's the carbonation has come out really well, actually, considering what I think I put on a thread that Jacques was asking about it, and it was just one day or 24 hours at roughly 40-ish psi, and then I turned it down to about 10, left it for another 5 days, put it in there. The first day I tried it, it was overcarbonated, so I just did a quick purge. The next day, it's been fine ever since. So yeah, cheers. Thanks for
Cheers.
contributing to that.
Nice one, Ken.
Enjoy.
Yes, thank you.